on a new site. We got that Gladiator brush cutter made by Rut. Looked at this in the springtime. We're going to put a house up here. We are on a nice lake. Wasn't as much brush in here obviously in the spring, and as you know, things grow like a weed. So all these clumps that are sticking up are on trees, stumps that have already cut, like this one. So you just got to be careful. I'm going to come in here nice and slow. I just walked as much as I could, and I know there's one piece of concrete up there, but we just got to watch those big stumps and just work our way in. It's kind of like a minefield. The elevation goes up 8 feet probably in the back where the house is going, so take your time opening up. In the cab, got a little, I think, telephone wire wrapped around my blades. I can hear it. Probably should shut it down and see what the hell's going on there, but just going nice and easy in here. There's stumps. You see that telephone pole? I gotta push that out of the way. I didn't know that was down there. Couldn't even go up and over it, you know. So you're just going in, feeling it. I'm feeling it like this. You want to roll up high and work your way down, and then once I come up like this and you cut high, you can see underneath a little bit, underneath your cutter. I just take the front and I go back and forth like this, like a little fan, and I just, you'll know when you hit a stump, the front's gonna hit it before the blade hits it. But that sucker tree right there, I know there's gotta be a stump under that. Yeah, there it is. See, I just hit it. So now I know I'll just grab up above it, pull down to the stump, just so I can see it, and then work my way, touch it with the left, and then work my way to the right, and open it up. This will make it a lot easier when I come up with the 210 to grub this and stump it. Because you'll have a whole dump truck load of greenage, you know, just that's dirt and leaves and all this nastiness. And then, you know, there's another truck you got to pay for to get rid of. So definitely pays for itself when you got to do this. Plus it's fun. Who doesn't like chewing stuff up? And there's technique to everything. I mean, guys that cut all the time, like I dig it for, and them, you know, they got the technique that comes with time. Not getting a branch stuck up over your windshield and all that nonsense, you know. Don't cut towards the road. That's another thing, you know, you gotta learn and everything like that. Try to always keep that face away from any houses or lot of times it's hard to do that. You just gotta go easy. I thought I heard some wire, but I guess not. It does have a wire cutter in here. Somebody was saying, oh, watch out for that bearing when you get into wire, but they actually built inside there a bunch of cut pieces that will shear the wire off before it could hurt anything. It might have just spit out right here. This is probably what was in there. Telephone wire. Oh yeah, it just spit out. Gotcha. I'm gonna throw you in there because that stump's staying. This is where it came from. The old Telephone-ski. Ooh, we don't like you. We don't like, brush cutters don't like big metal pipes. We knew this concrete was here. About a 6-inch. We'll put it down in the bottom over there where all the fill's going. Stump ski. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. We'll just go nice and slow. on site. We got a nice view. Stumping, grubbing, ripping out some concrete. You see me come in here with the cutter, and now I'm just stumping it out, grubbing it, putting it up front, gonna get it trucked out, getting material all brought in. Got to bring up the dozer. Got the 210 here. Just gonna get the perimeter right around the whole property line, clean it out. House is basically sitting where I am. 3-story house, kind of unique and nice. Nice and nice. All right, I got a bug flying around on me. Here's an old slab here. There's a bunch of concrete to the right of me, which we didn't know about. But at least these slabs are gonna stay on site. So for now, we're gonna set this here. We got a bunch of fill in the bottom where this dips. That we have a big void to fill in. We'll throw these down in there. We'll be over the top of them 3 feet or so. I'd rather lay them flat again instead of breaking them up to a bunch of pieces where they get jaggedy and then you got voids. So if you lay them flat on the ground, dig a little spot and lay them like they were supposed to go in, or not, it depends. Everything's different. If they break up, they break up, you know what I mean? But you don't want them just sticking up in the air. Like this one, we obviously got to break. The 210 will pick it, but there's no reason. So let's get it over and land it on the other one. Watch my setback. Oh, the 210. Oh yeah, she loves the creek. She loves the creek. No, that's the difference between wire and rebar. Nothing's in this slab, and it just breaks apart like peanut brittle, if that makes sense. Like if I squeeze that right now, it would actually just snap it. Concrete's useless without reinforcement. Come on, don't hit that setback. Get it back this way. So at least we got some fill. And we'll get this grubbed out and then mobilize the dozer for Monday. But now there's a piece of wire. Watch, see how it's all hanging together? So they had the wire in the bottom of the slab, and that's why I was breaking in the parts that was all up. It holds together. So guys that leave that wire on the bottom, there you go. Gotta pick it up. She'll stay up even if you don't have chairs, but you gotta pick it up. Put all that time putting it in, and not to pick it up is kind of crazy. But that's what happens all the time. All right, this is just asphalt, probably a little ramp to get in the shed pad. We'll break that up, we'll use that as fill. Once the dozer's here, we'll smack this off. I could pull all this up and I'm gonna have a huge pile of topsoil, so I'd rather not disturb this right now because we are getting serious amounts of storms. So I'm only ripping and tearing the stuff I need to get off site bulk wise. The soil with a little bit of grass in it, I'm not too worried about. We'll blade that off and use it. Back on site, got a little berm here for when we haul in all the material for Monday. We got my construction entrance going in now though. Clean number 3 stone. Everything's piled up, grubbed out. Looking good. Oh yeah, railroad ballast. This is all 3. All right, all overburden stripped for the most part. Leveled up my playing field to get laid out. Construction entrance is all in. I got some dump trucks coming right now to pick out that or to take off the stumps and overburden that's down there. Got my berm going there, a little berm going there that keeps material in, and you just taper that back up to it. When it's got the root matter in it, it works really well as erosion protection. Got that tree with the X's coming down because I don't like it. I got one stump to pull there, and if I pull that, it's going to undermine that, and it's already leaning that way, and you know the story. And that branch. Other than that, we're good to go for Monday. Oh yeah, truck just showed up. All right, everything is loaded out, tracked and packed the remainder, and we'll see this place Monday. Oh yeah, the house is laid out too. Just got to throw my overdig with the blue paint. Afterwards, 3-foot overdig and go. This one's going to be different. You know, every site is different. Like I said, you got to set up different. I obviously can't bring the machine over in here. It's too tight by the time you get the overdig, and especially on that bank, so everything's got to be thrown forward. Stay tuned to the channel. Back on site. We got 3 more loads to get our 15. Looking good. Gonna get this pushed off, get our road in. Got a road going in there. Probably gonna have to fill in some more here at the time, but in contract we got 15 going in. Start digging tomorrow. And just like that, we got 15 loads to spread. This will go so easy you won't even realize I did it. This stuff, that's why I let them set. Don't spread them until it's all done. Simple, simple, simple. Smack them down real fast. Right over the top of them. Put them, blend them all together. I'll give you one tip on the piles. Once you stack them in all like this, it's not a race. Go super slow. It's the only tip I'm giving, and we're done. Let it fall into the low like that and keep going. Okay, you gotta let your highs fall into the low. Don't go too fast, because then you'll get the skid steer out of balance and all screwy louie. Just keep pushing it. And highs into the lows. That's it. That is the key. Highs into the lows. That's how it goes. Oh, she's shaping up now. Spot to work off of. Stack my dirt. Back on site. This is one of those sites that are tricky because you can't stay in one position to dig the dirt. Because you got these banks, you got property lines, you got sheds, you got the silt fence up. You gotta really strategically play this. You can only go so far over here because you can't set up too tight to that bank. You'll be hitting it with the counterweight, so you can't cut this swath over. You got to leave your distance for your swing over there, or your reach over there to get the dirt out. I'm gonna have to pile it up on that bank too, because this foundation's only 3 foot in the ground. There's gonna be, they're 9-foot walls. There's gonna be 6 foot hanging out. Then we got to backfill around that and raise the grade. But the front is a walkout, so I had to play a happy medium, and the foundation, or the existing land right now, is 2 foot out of elevation. So the back of the corner of the house is 2 foot difference from the front. So I couldn't shoot it on the front. So I took a happy medium, went in the middle of the house to shoot the 3 foot, 4 foot including footing. But yeah, nutty. Another tight one here, and we're gonna have a different, I don't know where we're gonna put all the dirt. I might have to transfer it down on the lot here, and then I don't know, we'll have to play that. I mean, some of it might have to be trucked off site. I don't even know. We had to bring the gravel in for the road. Couldn't use this for road base because of it's just punchy. Even though it's sand, it has clay matter in it. I'm worried about the bottom right now. I haven't been down in there to see it, but we'll find out. I mean, obviously if we get water, we're in trouble, and they're calling for rain. So footing guys are on call. I get this thing dug today. They'll be here tomorrow morning. So the front of the whole thing about this job, the whole front of this section got all changed on me, and now it's a big frost wall 8 feet out. I got to dig it down. So that got changed the day before I was about to dig. They updated the print. Well, we'll keep you posted. I'm just gonna rock this like this, keep the dirt on this side so it doesn't go on the neighbor's property. I got the silt fence up all the way around because he was giving me a little bit of hassle yesterday. go out of my ways for neighbors all the time, man. Do the best I can to keep the peace. But you know, it is what it is. Oh, on the backside, propped up against the bank. Just bailing it up onto the bank here to... Someone dug, there used to be a camp here, you know, over in this area. They dug into that, whatnot. But again, these walls are going to be 6 foot out of the ground. This dirt's got to come back around here so they can have one step coming out of the back of the house. So it's got to be raised up roughly 5 feet, you know. So you're going to need the dirt. And like I said, this site is tight. We're going to put a lot over there. I don't know. You play it as you go, you know what I mean? It's like there's no rhythm or rhyme and perfect scenario on each site. You have to play it, and if you don't play it right, boy, does it, you lose your efficiency and it costs you money. I've been there, you know what I mean? You put the dirt where, you know, I used to work for a builder that he hauled everything off site. He had a sandbank and it didn't matter, just bring the sand in, and everything got trucked off. And then everything got trucked in, you know. And it keeps it clean and neat. But you know, if you're able to do that, it's the best. But we had to raise grade here, but I don't know if we're going to be raising that much. But this is the deepest corner, and the most material will come out. But again, we have to go down another 4 in this whole 8-foot section for the walkout, and then have to compact it back up in because there's porches. And then the garage is under the house. Pretty unique, cool looking house. Can't put no more there because you won't be able to swing. I was just debating whether to order stone, but now I don't know what we got here. We have serious amounts of water coming in this hole. It's all gravel, so I don't know. It could be an old, I don't even know. But this is not good. It's running like a creek. It's not stopping this thing, and it's not letting up. I'm just gonna dig a hole here to contain it, and then we'll have to maybe pump it out. It's obviously something to do with an old camp here, because it doesn't smell like septic or anything, but it could be an old French drain, because I did pull out white pipe to try to get this back here. No, I don't want you going there. You come this way. Wow. Thank you. Right in the face. Never is fun. Man. Yeah, it's just getting worse. This is just not good. We have to let it drain and deal with it after. I just said, boy, oh boy, annoying. Pushing under the gun. Footings are supposed to be tomorrow, but it's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm done. Let her drain. It may never stop draining. Obviously, we got a monster lake right there. The only thing that makes me think it would have been a pipe is there's gravel here, you know? Someone did something at one point, but... ah, boy. It's made a little Crawford Dam there, but it's giving out. Alright, we got a pump going. It's draining down and made a little ditchway to the spillway easement waterway with a pipe, and it's heading on out. We got to let that run a couple hours. It's still trickling out of the bank, so it is controlled. I'm trying to get some stone here. Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say this one had me frustrated, and it still does. That water was insane. It went down to a trickle, and then I opened up the bank more to go further, and it was coming out again. I just packed it with some clay sandy material and stopped it. I got 4 trucks of big rock coming, because this whole bottom is one jello. It's the water table. I mean, it's perking up just in the middle here. You can see right here, look how much water's coming up through the center. And you just touch this thing and look, jello. So, in this situation, you load it up with a bunch of rock, bind up that material, and then our outside pipes will take care of the rest, and she'll drain over time. But this was filled in at one point. There's a lot of stuff going on this site, you know. You know, these were old camps back in the early Indian days, and you know what goes on. Camp gets ripped down, lot gets filled in, or vice versa, fill in, build a camp. It's almost like cornfield material. I mean, look at this stuff that's coming out is nothing but pure, hey now, pure farm field soil. And then over to the left, where I first was digging in, I was like, oh, this is sweet. This was all beach sand over here, and I was like, hard as a rock. The bottom was going nice, and then the bottom fell out bad. So I'm gonna put a foot of rock in this thing anyways. So we'll catch you tomorrow when this thing starts getting rocked up. Back on site. We got little dirt boss in the skid steer moving some dirt for me. Transferring, we got to get this pile out of the way so we can dig the frost wall. We got 4 loads of cobble rock coming for this basement to bind it up. Beach sand and water. We had a big flood come in through the night. We've just been pumping it out all morning. It's pretty much pumped out. Blue marks are the cobble rock. I got some grade stakes in there. We'll put a foot in this, and that should help out immensely. All right, we moved some piles, getting situated for the trucks. Truck's running late. Wish it was here, but it's giving us enough time to get our grade set for where we want the rock and get all this water pumped out. It's still drinking. I mean, we got it plugged up over there, over where we got the line going up, the water line. That's where it's all coming in. Oh, we got cobbles. It took a bit to get them up into this lot. 4 tries, but we finally got them. Couldn't turn the wheels. We got cobbles. There's my grade pin here. We'll get this to grade first. That's grade. And then we'll get spreading. And we're going to chase the water to the pump. That's why we still got it in. Use your thumb like this, it won't spread the pile. Oh, we got 2 more piles of fun, and I got two more piles of fun, and she is drinking the water, but like I said, it's not stopping. But we're gonna chase what we can right now to the bucket and then unplug it. Tomorrow come back, repump, and dig the frost wall, see where we're at. And then we're gonna have to daylight that frost wall right away. On site, boy, do we got change of plans. We got French drain going around, but it's gonna work. Got the laser on the boom. We got new guy James running the skid steer. Boy, we got a lot of action. This definitely firmed it up. We're gonna go 2 foot around this whole outside perimeter, around our whole outside here. We just shot grade. We're gonna daylight it out. So we're gonna go 2 foot, and then it's gonna drop 4 foot and go. So there'll be 2 sets of pipes, one that goes drop in and drops to this, and then 4 foot. Good to go. 4 foot down here over to daylight here, which is just off the bank when we shot it. So we'll be at that stake there, just down to about where that white pipe is, and she'll be rolling down. All right, we're getting it. We got that 4 foot daylight drain in, it's running, and we're just making this perimeter drain and filling it. We're gonna put perforated pipe and fill it in, taking the muck out with the skid steer. Got protection mats down. It's definitely drying up, and it will over the weekend, that's for sure. It's a tedious process, but at least now we'll have a pipe way below the floor, and then we'll still have our original footing sequence drainage. All right, got the boom laser on. Can't read there. But a lot of stone, a lot of muck. It is what it is. Trying to keep the cobbles if I can. Once we break that corner to the left right there is when this thing's gonna open up. That's where that's where it all was coming in. So all right, we got the trench going, and we're about to hit the water. The water's going to be right here. It's going to gush. It's funny, some spots are real good dirt, some spots are slop, some spots are concrete, some are ash. It all depends what you're hitting. Made him a nice little road here. The skid steer likes to pump it, you know. Just stay off our benchmark right there, that blue paint. Right on this side. We got a little pin going there. Shot's gonna be. There she comes. There she flows. Let me get it over this way. So it goes in our trench. And right out our pipe. There it is. There it is. Look at, look at. What'd I say? I knew that was coming in. Oh yeah. Look at that. We were never gonna stop this. We were never gonna stop this. This was the only way. Wow. You tell me. Look at that clean rock under there. Someone built something years ago and it's still working. The pipe probably just got plugged up from these guys filling. Oh yeah, mats are out. We're grading up. We're drying up. That pipe's in. We got all the stone in. We got the big stone all the way around. She is draining and drinking. We got the daylight drain. Got that protected with some rocks that we could reopen that back up and connect our 2 pipes once we dig this frost wall. Shut this was cut right out, and look at that thing running. Oh yeah, we got to switch this to a solid. We'll go solid white all the way. That's why it's dripping out nice clean water. Boy, she's working well. Gotta love it. We don't have no worries with water now. We fixed that problem. Now we just need a bunch of that. Stay tuned to the channel. Back on site. Couldn't be happier. It dried up super good over the weekend. Little cave-ins here and there, but that's expected. Exposing our daylight pipe, everything was running out clean water. It's still running, so Our system below the house is working. We're just making it so we can tie everything in. We got a Fernco to transfer from black pipe to white pipe. Probably got to loosen that band to get that in. And yeah, we'll have this stanchion come up. We'll tie these ones into it, and this footer drain, this footing has to go down. So frost wall for the porch has to go down, and the frost wall for the house here. Another 3'4" from top of grade. Waiting on more trucks of stone to level this out so these guys can pour concrete footings. All right, we got the bottom frost wall going in. It's a nice sandy bottom. I wish the whole thing was like that. It was supposed to be like that. We would have been already done and poured with this thing. But you run into issues and you just overcome. That's the story. Now we got rain sprinkling on us, so get this out as much as we can. And we have, here's the old dry well. It's just all filled up and failed stone. Here and trickling. I gotta leave a swath right here so we get in with the skid steer and grade this. My stone's still not here. I'm gonna have to start switching companies who I use for stone. This isn't working for me. How am I along this wall? Pull it back?
Yeah, you're good up through there.
On site, huge rain last night. This site is a nightmare, but the pipes are still working. Few cave-ins. That inside center, I'm really not gonna be able to get in there. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what the day goes on, but I'll put the stone all on the bottom footings. Got a new company trucking, not a new company, my original company I've always used. I got really screwed with the stone, but we're gonna throw 3-4 inches in the bottom here. Chase that water out. The bottom is hard. I was down in it. Silt fence worked really well. Stopped all my silt going in the neighbor. But this job, needless to say, is one of those nightmares. You always think the easy one is going to be easy. You know? Oh, it's just 4 foot in the ground and easy. All right, we got stone in the bottom. I got piles of stone there. I am going to be raking my tail off. You hire guys, they make every excuse not to show up. Unbelievable. Still baling stone. Got mini boss down in the hole, made a ramp off the side. Ground's holding good in there. Not really tracking. The skid steer would make it pump, I know for a fact. So get these piles in here like this and I'm hoeing them back. Finally ready for concrete. Footings are on their way. Got to give a shout out to Mama Bear and Little Dirt Boss. They come and bailed me out and helped me with the stone. They helped me rake it. We had Mini Boss in there. Got it all in, and yeah, they bailed me out because I got stiffed from a guy I hired, and boy, can't count on anybody these days. Crazy. Stay tuned to the channel. Back on site, we got footings, we got frost wall formed up. Everything's draining as you just saw. It's working, the hole is dry. So let me give some clarity on what went on here, because after editing the video, I skipped a lot after we trenched this. So after we trench this, there's a pipe 2 foot below this whole outside footing. It goes down here. We dropped it down into our daylight, and that's what you just saw, the white pipe running out clean water. So we controlled the water right out of here. We went below the house. Now we get another set of pipes on top of all this, which will also connect into here and then out. So everything will be covered as far as water wise. You have to control the water. So basically we dug a French drain completely around this, filled it with number 2 minus stone, which was not the big cobbles. First we did cobbles, then we got some 2 minus, which was more round stone. I don't know if there's some left over here, but look how much has caved in all the way back to here from where the house was. Usually we give a 3-foot overding, but it kept caving in. I had to keep bailing it as we were going, and you lose track of your line. I didn't realize how much caved in, but I knew it was quite a bit. But this is in great shape, because now once this wall's in, fill that, compact it all up, compact inside here, probably fill this right with stone, this whole trench. That way we don't have to really worry about compaction or drainage. Oh yeah. And again, it's raining. It's been raining for 3-4 days now. It's like, we need these piles to dry out, because we got to put them all in the back here. That's how much overdig is. You know, we're only going to put 3 foot of backfill behind this, but we got to come back in with this soil. So we're going to lose a lot of material in here, which is good, because I thought we were going to have to truck it off site, but it looks like we could lose a ton. All right, guys, as always, stay tuned to the channel.